Today, I'm talking about 6 reasons why expats choose to come here, choose to live here in Pattaya, Thailand, instead of anywhere else in the world. There must be a reason, right? There must be several reasons. For me, I know I keep coming back here again and again. You know, I started coming here years ago, and it's just somewhere that very quickly felt like home, and very quickly, made me realize why so many people come here and why it's so popular. Now, the first reason, it's a big one, that is the cost, the quality of living for the cost. The value you get here in Pattaya is unmatched in my experience. I don't know that there are many places in the world that are as affordable to live as Pattaya. Whether you're booking 1 month accommodation, whether you're signing a 12-month contract and getting a really good price, it's affordable for everyone. And what you get for your money is a little bit crazy. It's crazy coming from any Western society or coming from almost anywhere. It's like really, it's just a good value. And even Thai people, they love the value they get in Pattaya. The only way you could really get a better value, the only way you could pay less living here in general would be going to like undeveloped areas, going well outside of Pattaya, well outside of where you find Western amenities and like Western food and just developed neighborhoods. You go to Isan, sure, you can get a cheaper price. You go 30 minutes outside of Pattaya, yeah, you can get a cheaper price. But if you do want a developed area, you want malls, you want all of your comforts here, everything within a short distance, Pattaya, Jomtien, this area is, for me, it's unmatched. And that's typically why I keep coming back, is step one, like the cost. When I look at Airbnbs and I see my other options, even looking at other places which are relatively cheap, like Da Nang, Vietnam, or places in Indonesia. You could even compare it with Bali or something like that, and comparing it with Malaysia, where I've been staying quite a lot, Kuala Lumpur or Penang. It's just a good bit more affordable. You just get a lot more for your money here, and it's hard to break away from that. You get very accustomed to that, and it's hard to want to really stay somewhere else long term, because you just get used to these luxuries without really paying that much for it. And so that's why I keep coming back here. That's why I've wrestled with the idea many times of maybe living here, maybe staying here long term. It's just such a good value. And as much as I've been traveling and trying new places, I've not found something within a similar quality of living for the price that I pay here. I just haven't. That will lead me into number 2, which is the accommodations, the condos, the hotels, the apartments. More often than not, here in Pattaya, you're getting a condo. You're renting from somebody else who owns that specific unit, owns that room in a condo building. And there's so many condos here for such a good price, and they typically have pools, they typically have saunas. This one that I'm at here is this Laguna 3. I'm on this giant walking path that's directly next to the building. Just for the people living here, you can use this huge walking path. There's playgrounds, gym equipment, and then of course the pool and the sauna here as well. And it's one of the more budget friendly places. It's $180 a month, between $180 and $200 a month for a monthly rental here. If you're booking long term, if you're renting 12-month contract, that's the price. Now, if you rent Airbnb like I do, you're going to pay a little bit more. I pay a little bit more because I book by the week, and so I paid $110 for 1 week. So that comes out to $440 for the month. But even if I booked on Airbnb for a month, I would save some money. It'd be like $350 per month. So these prices for what I get, for having enough space for myself, having a full kitchen to cook, and having a balcony with a nice view. Depending on the room you get, you can get a sea view, or you can have a pool view. You might just have a view of the street. Or you can choose a building that specifically has something like a sea view, because that's really nice to have. It's up to you, and you know, the price goes up, but not that much. Not as much as you would think for some of these like luxurious amenities. Yeah, so that's another thing. It's like I will travel to other countries and the quality standard of the condos is just nothing close. You know, it's not even anywhere in the same realm. You know, I will pay more in Indonesia or Malaysia for my rental, and I will just get so much less. And I find here they are pretty good with having good cleaners, you know, clean the place really well. Not having too many like issues. The places are well stocked typically. The kitchens are well stocked for, you know, for cooking properly. The furnishings, the furniture is good, you know, the bed is typically, it's not bad, it's soft. Now, sometimes you get a Thai style bed. If you rent like a cheap $7, $8 hotel room, you're gonna get a Thai style bed that's hard. And some of the cheaper condos, you aren't gonna get like a Tempur-Pedic bed, a completely soft memory foam bed. But in my experience, it's always okay, it's fine, you know. Especially for what you pay, it's pretty amazing. And I just don't always get the same value in other countries. I mean, to get something like this in New York, you would probably pay around $250 US per night. You know, not per month, per night. So it's just a huge difference, And even compared to what you get in Bangkok, it's a huge difference, you know. Bangkok has gotten a little bit pricier. And in general, it's just like, it's gonna be 30% to 50% like more money there for what you're getting. So usually you have to make a choice. Like, do you want to stay in Pattaya or do you want to stay in Bangkok? Do you want to stay in the city or do you want to be near the beach? And additionally, like, do you have the money to stay in Bangkok to still live this quality of life that you get in Pattaya? Because, you know, everything will go up. The food costs, yeah, the accommodation, getting around, like, you know, everything will go up. And so I find Pattaya to be the best option for that, you know. I love Bangkok, I really do. And I almost at times think I would want to live in Bangkok. But yeah, for a nice condo in Bangkok, in a very nice area, it's not cheap. You know, it can be double what you pay here. It can be triple what you pay here for a condo in like a really prime area in Bangkok. So yeah, that's something to think about. But yeah, you're always going to get a good unit here in Pattaya. There's always stuff available, especially now in low season. Like, the stuff that's available on Airbnb and Agoda and Booking.com, like, for the price, you really can't beat it. You cannot beat it. Reason number 3 is that we are actually only 2 hours from Bangkok, or 1.5 hours by driving. So we're very close to Bangkok. This is really the only place you can stay by the beach and still have quite easy access to Bangkok. If you want to go there for the weekend, you know, if you want to go for a day, 2 days, you want to go for a week, it's very easy to go to Bangkok. If you want to go to Bangkok airport, very easy. You can take a bus for a few dollars directly to the airport. Or you can take a taxi as well, just not too expensive. You can call a Bolt app taxi, and it's usually around $30 US all the way to the airport in Bangkok. Now, you don't necessarily always need to go to the airport in Bangkok. Oftentimes you don't, because there is actually an airport here in Pattaya. Could be a reason on its own, but I will group it into the same number here, and that is just that there is an international airport in Pattaya. This is the first time that I ever flew into Pattaya, or Rayong, which is like 30 minutes from Pattaya. I flew from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, to Pattaya for $30 US. So that was the most affordable flight I think I've ever gotten from Malaysia to Thailand, and it was direct. 1 hour 45 minutes, like very easy flight, you know. But typically I would fly into Bangkok and then I would take a 2-hour bus, just because usually those are the most affordable flights. But it goes to show that it's not always the case. You know, sometimes there will be flights directly to Pattaya that are cheaper. So yeah, you just have to always look. You have to always check. But apart from the airport, I find that I like to go to Bangkok like relatively frequently. I mean, I love the city. You know, if you're not as big on the city, you'll probably enjoy going for 1 or 2 days. Still, people who hate the city, they still like to go to Bangkok, spend a night or two, then come back to Pattaya, you know. But yeah, I love it. I think this is the most accessible place that that I can find that's still nice, still beach-like, still has that beach vibe and feels like you're, you know, in a beach area. Because there are some other spots near Bangkok, but it's not the same. You know, it's not like a whole separate district where, you know, it's very expat heavy, a lot of Western influence, like Pattaya. So you do still get the Thai influence here. You still get Thai culture and many Thai people living here. But it's very westernized. And that's what it is. A lot of people like that and they choose Pattaya for that reason. Bangkok is a little bit more international. It's a little bit more of everything. And so personally, I don't really party. I don't go out here in Pattaya. So if I want to go out, I will usually take a trip to Bangkok. It's a 2-hour bus, very easy. And I will just go out there and I will stay one night. And that's typically my move. But yeah, it's very accessible. And I find at almost all times a day, there is a Bolt taxi available if you really need to go like on the fly. And if not, the bus runs every 2 hours. So I stay in Jomtien. That's where we are right now. Jomtien Beach is just a little 10 minutes outside of Pattaya. You know, more chill, more relaxed, less crazy tourist types, less party centric, but you still have some of that over here. And yeah, there's a direct bus from Jomtien to the BKK airport and back. It's just like very direct, you know, right down the street from here. So it just makes it so simple. I think that is a big reason why a lot of people choose Pattaya is the vicinity to Bangkok. Another big one, number 4, although it might be obvious, is the beach and the beach walk. So Jomtien Beach, Pattaya Beach. There's also several other beaches like Lonely Beach, Wongomat Beach, all across Pattaya. These all offer something unique, and while none of them are like pristine, crystal clear water beaches, they're all nice beaches to live near and to be able to walk along, you know, daily exercise or, you know, clearing your head and just, yeah, having that beach walk is really nice. It's a great thing. And a lot of places in the world that have a beach, there's not really a huge walking path, right? So I think Pattaya attracts a certain audience that really likes a beach walk. You know, sometimes older folks, sometimes people who are just more focused on fitness. They like to get up every day and take a walk, sunrise, sunset, whatever. Pattaya lends itself to that. It's really nice for that. It's definitely one of the reasons that I chose Jomtien initially, is because Jomtien has the biggest beach walk of all the areas. Now, you don't always need it if you have a place like this where you have a huge walking path. I tend to use this half the time. But it's amazing. It's a nice thing to have. To be able to drive the motorbike down the street and you're at this huge beach walk is just, it's a good feeling. It really is. Another thing, people typically like to hang out down there. You know, people will bring a couple chairs. People will eat their food down there, grab something to eat, sit down, like picnic style. And it's nice, you know. It's nice to just bring a few friends and, yeah, just go eat something by the beach. It's a great feeling. Even if you don't like to go to the beach very often, I mean, just living near it, I think just having the sea near you, just being able to kind of drive by it on the motorbike, because it's completely parallel with the road, it's nice. It's a really nice feeling. I don't necessarily go to the beach all the time. I will go maybe twice a week, tan, I'll get in the water, but I don't go all the time. I think I just prefer being near the beach is the nice part of it. Being able to, quickly take a glance at it while I'm driving my bike it's important for me. Even better if you have a view from your condo, a sea view from your condo. The happiest times I've ever had, the most happy I've ever felt, I think are the times that I've had a nice sea view and I could just, get up in the morning, go out on the balcony, and just kind of sit down and watch the sunrise. That's a special feeling. It's really nice. It really is. Or decompress in the evening and watch the sunset over the sea. It's special. It really is. Especially if you work from home, if you spend a lot of time inside like me on the computer, it's like, I don't know, something about it, having that view is really, it's amazing. And knowing you can do it for like such a small price is special. There's nowhere else in the world that you can get a sea view like this and not really be rich. So for me, that's one of the big reasons. And yeah, that would be the reason to choose Pattaya over Bangkok, really. It's like, if you want to be by the beach, if you prioritize that in your day-to-day, choose Pattaya. If you think that you'd be happy living in the city and even coming here on the weekends, 3 weekends a month, getting your beach fix, then that's also a good option for people. I think I could do either one. But I will say it's a Zen lifestyle. It's a nice day-to-day having the beach close by, living near the sea, and especially having that sea view. For me, it's like a really special thing. Reason number 5 is the mixed demographic. It's the mixed group of people here, mixed age group. You really will just meet all types of people here. And so I find over the last year or two is when it's really changed, where it used to just be very much more a party-centric tourist place. Even in Jomtien, it was it was predominantly party tourists. And you can't even really say it is anymore. As much as there is still a lot of that, it's like a huge mix now. It just became this huge mix of people. Tons of families are now here where it wasn't this family style place before. It never felt like that. You didn't see families covering the whole beach, or tons of families at the pools of all the condos. It wasn't really like that. And now that's what you get, Everything has sort of this family-friendly, touch to it that it didn't used to have. And for me, it's fine, Thankfully, I don't really have an issue with there's not really kids being excessively loud, very young kids screaming or anything like that. I don't really encounter that, which I'm happy about. I don't get much of that. Of course, you always run the risk, if there is big families of children, but it's never happened to me yet in my condo or at the pool or anybody being too out of line. So that's a huge plus. But yeah, it's very mixed now. It's extremely mixed. You have young guys coming here. You have 19, 20, 21-year-old party guys. You have, you have more middle-aged guys who party. You have the older guys who party. And then you also have guys of all age who are here focused on fitness. It's huge. People who are more health conscious. And then you have women coming here as well. While it is lesser traveled by women, and most of the women coming here are in a couple a lot of the times, or with family, more often than not, you very rarely will have one of these, you just very rarely have a single Russian woman or something living here in one of the condos. Usually they're going to be with their husband. You will see it a bit more with Thais, the Thai ladies who choose to live in some of these buildings, who are predominantly expat buildings a lot of times, and tourist expats, a lot of Westerners. You do still come across Thai women living there on their own, for whatever one reason or another. Sometimes they are, like working women, ladies of the night, other times not. You know, it depends. But it's more rare, let's say, than coming across a couple or coming across a family, or otherwise coming across a single guy or a group of guys. That's my experience. Of course, women do occasionally come here too with just female friend or alone. But Pattaya has too much of a reputation for the red light district stuff, and there's a lot of that. So you can imagine women would feel less safe, less comfortable coming here. They're just going to assume that every guy is going to be staring at them and overly sexualizing them. And maybe that will be their experience. I don't really know. I can't speak to that. I don't know. But I know for sure that women will think like that, and it will be a reason they will choose to not come here, and they will go instead to Krabi, or instead they'll go to Phuket. I think places like Krabi and Phuket are like the more clean, wholesome versions of Pattaya, some would say. I have not been to either one, but that is just the feeling I get from watching vlogs, from talking to people who have been all around Thailand. It's like, yeah, they look much more wholesome, but there is something to the atmosphere in Pattaya too, that even if you're not partaking in like nightlife, you can kind of feed off the environment. It's nice. If you stay outside of the busy areas, if you don't live right in the busy areas, it's nice. For me, I enjoy the lively atmosphere. Sure, there's women everywhere. There's beautiful Thai women everywhere. Of course, that's one reason that expats come, or people come and choose to stay here, vacation here. So much so, it's like, yeah, I'm not even making that one of the things on the list. It's like, what else is there to Pattaya, right? Of course, there's beautiful Thai women every which way you look. It's just how it goes. It's just, it's just what it is. But it's not what I'm going to list in this. If you want beautiful Thai women, they're here. If you don't care about that, like, fine. It's not going to really impact you at all, right? Same, I think, with the drinking, the bars, the partying. Like, of course, that's one reason that many people come here. That could be one of the big reasons on the list. But no, I mean, you already know that. And so I'm trying to find, what are the other reasons that people really choose to come here and really choose to stay here, besides being a complete degenerate, which is fine. If you, like, I was, I partied so much in my life, throughout my life, and I'm just not at this moment. I'm really just chilling out. I stopped using drugs. I haven't drank in a year and a half. And so, yeah, I will still consume cannabis, but that's it. That's it. But yeah, I'm not talking like from some high point. It's like, I don't care. Everybody do literally what you want to do, of course. My body just can't really handle it. I can't do it at the moment. But good on you if you do, Oh, right, forgot what I was talking about. But yeah, the mixed demographic, the people here, I meet people constantly here. And that's a huge thing. It's like, in these condo buildings, if you do hang out at the sauna or the pool, or if you go places that have a pool or a sauna, you go to like a rooftop spot or whatever it is where there's people, it's easy to make friends. It's easy to spark up conversation with people and have a good chat. It happens on a daily basis. And it's not always like that other places. It's just very easy to make friends and connect with people here. Like, even if it's just acquaintance style meetings, I also meet long-term friends. But just the day-to-day acquaintance chat is very nice. It's nice to have. If you come stay for a week or two, you'll make friends in your condo building, more than likely, that you're going to talk to every day or see them at the pool every day, and it's cool. So yeah, the community here is good, is strong. For probably whatever you're looking for, you're going to find like-minded individuals here in Pattaya. Finally, number 7 is the Western options, the westernized nature of Pattaya. This is a huge reason people like to come here. People like what they're familiar with. And as much as people do love to come and eat Thai food, not everybody is prepared to eat Thai food every day or only be around Thai people speaking Thai language. I don't think that all of the culture is lost here in Pattaya. You know, some people will say, "Oh, it's lost all sense of Thai culture. It's, you know, it's too westernized." And maybe, you know, for some people, then it's not for them. You know, maybe Isan is better than Pattaya for some people. But for me, I like to be somewhere in the middle. Have both Thai culture, have Western culture, have Thai people, have, you know, other Americans, Brits, Aussies, Russians, whatever. It's a good mix. It's a really healthy mix. And I really like that. I enjoy that. You know, I'm not one of those people who like shuns other tourists or other expats or Westerners and say, "Oh, I only want to meet Thai people. I'm Thai now. You know, I'm only partaking in Thai culture." No, I'm not like that. I don't think it needs to be like that at all. It's not one or the other. You can so easily drive to a part of town or slightly outside of town for any Thai experience that you want. It's just the reality. And even in smack dab in Pattaya and in Jomtien, where we are, like, there's Thai people everywhere. There's Thai people everywhere, you know. I bet it would be worse in places like Koh Tao, Koh Phangan, like some of these islands that are very westernized and Western-centric tourists. Those I can understand feeling too westernized or feeling like, oh, people are constantly taking advantage of me or people are trying to scam me. Sure, yes. But that's not really the case in Pattaya and Jomtien. It's not really the case. You know, it's a healthy mix. You know, it's going to depend where you stay again. Like, there are areas that are very heavily Russian, 80%. Then there are areas that are all Thai. And then Jomtien is quite more mixed, you know, it feels almost 50-50 with Thai and Westerners. Choose your spot based off of what you're looking for. Try out different areas and see how the environment feels, you know, see how the mix of people feel in each area. It is a drastically different feeling based on the area that you're in. So that's my recommendation. When it comes to food, there's pretty much everything you could want in Pattaya in terms of cuisine, Western cuisine, Japanese food, Thai food. I think Pattaya leaves a little bit to be desired when it comes to food quality, and not that the quality's bad. There's very high quality food here, high quality meats, produce, vegetables. But just in terms of like, if you're accustomed to a Bangkok standard of food, or New York City, or even, you know, I spent a lot of time in Malaysia, in Kuala Lumpur, I think maybe you will start to feel like, oh, it's lacking a little bit, but I can find everything I want and the quality's pretty good. And if you cook, you'll be happy with the quality of the ingredients. It's very strong. But just the amount of choices and finding Michelin star quality food or something, that's where you may feel it falls a little short. But for an everyday type food and even finding good spots, there's plenty here. There really is. I think just like being incredibly spoiled with food my whole life, you know, it leaves something small to be desired, but it's not a big deal for me. You know, it's really not. You can find good sushi here. You can find, especially good Thai food. If you want to eat mostly Thai food, you can find very good Thai food here. And since I cook, you know, I can find good ingredients here. I can find good meats. The supermarkets are great. The outdoor Thai style markets are very good. And so it has me covered, you know. But if you're like a Michelin star foodie type, you know, hunting spots, stuff like that, you know, you're going to want to travel to eat a little bit as well. It's just the truth. The Western options, Western amenities, the westernized nature of Pattaya, big reason that a lot of people choose to come here and choose to stay here. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel and let me know down in the comments, why do you like Pattaya? You know, why do you choose to travel to Pattaya? Or if you don't like it, I'd love to know why you don't like it and what areas you like better. Drop a comment below and let me know. That's going to wrap up today's video, folks. Drop a thumbs up if you like this video, and I will see you in tomorrow's vlog.